What is going on, everyone? This is Dillon from WeTheCoasters. We're checking on into SeaWorld Orlando. Summer is officially here. You can tell by the crowd that's all waiting in the park entrance. Is just after 12 o'clock here. So without further ado, we're going to get through this entrance as we're Platinum Pass member, and let's get inside. All right, so it's been very hectic to get into the park. And fun fact, the Platinum Pass member entrance, well, it was closed. I paid money to try to use the entrance, and it's closed. Sounds about right. But regardless, I did see Manta was down for a bit because they were adding a second train, because they were running one train on a lot of the rides when I came in, and now Manta looks like has finally opened up with the second train ready to go. So on second thought, no, it's still on Ghost Train. Whoops. So no Manta right away, but maybe later on, we'll see. But the purpose for today's video, of course, is to check out the brand new, I know, brand new, that opened almost a year later, Expedition Odyssey Fire and Ice, a secondary version of Expedition Odyssey, which we'll be doing later on. So yeah, riding to the same Manta is a 60-minute wait. Oh my, that is scary. Pelicans are out today in full force. I see the white pelicans out in the back right over here, and then the regular pelicans that are right over here, the Caribbean pelicans, I believe it is here. Cool. So if you ever want to bring a first-timer to SeaWorld and want to show them a really cool aquarium, definitely check out Aquarium, the beautiful ocean right over here. This is where you find the manta rays right over here. This is the entrance where normally you would take right over here. And it's not too far from the attraction because it's right here. Definitely check it out. This is actually one of my favorites. You get to see the manta ray go right over your head. It's one of the coolest things that's out there. And of course, with Manta right here, you go right under the lift. It's a very cool little thing there. Well, I know one attraction that's definitely not operating today. It's definitely gonna be the Sky Tower. They're trying to get it operating, but I can tell the wind is just a little too much, and even the wiring on this side right over here keeps smacking the tower. So I missed it earlier, but yeah, that's definitely not gonna be opened up for sure. And if you could tell, since our last visit, the Seven Seas Food Festival is over, and now we're heading into that like summer season where they have the not really summer nights, but I forgot what the name of the event is. Unfortunately, my apologies for all the newer people are wondering what it is. But Electric Ocean. So, you know, the booths that are normally here, you can tell they are gone. I'm surprised they're gone. I thought they were gonna at least, you know, keep it there. So I do wonder what's going on with that there. But of course, I wanted to go this way on purpose because I know Expedition Odyssey is the other way around, because I got to talk about another thing that is approaching over here that is celebrating a huge anniversary coming up. And one of the big things here is Mako celebrating 10 years this year, but June 10th is the official day of when the ride turns 10 years old. Hard enough to believe that this ride is 10 years old very, very soon. And so by the time you're gonna probably see this video, probably will reach 10 already, but it is so crazy to imagine that this ride is that old. And it joins WeTheCoasters and celebrates that 5th year anniversary on the same day. Speaking of Mako, such an awesome ride. I've always loved Mako. It's one of my favorites. So let's hop on. Well, Mako is running 2 trains, and when I hopped on, it was a walk-on. So I love how the moment we rolled into the station, just a little bit of a way, nothing too bad. So, you know, right at the edge. But hey, I love my ride a lot. It was fantastic. So it was great to see that Mako was running great. Hard enough to believe too, man. 10 years old that ride is. That is scary how time has flown that fast. And it's about ready to celebrate 10 years. Like, I remember when this ride first came out, and everyone was raving how amazing it was. The fact that we finally got a B&M Hyper in the state of Florida, that is how, you know, really how big that was for a park like this. And, you know, even with United's situations and whatnot, you know, during that timeline with Blackfish, I still think it's unbelievable just, you know, how a B&M Hyper here is just what this park needed, and it did tremendous work. So kudos to SeaWorld. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, I think it's time we should check out the new Expedition Odyssey. Let's go check it out, shall we? Hydro Surge Extreme Cirque Show. That's gonna be coming soon for the summer season in the Odyssey Theater over here, or Nautilus Theater, excuse me. I can't speak today. What's going on with me? But yeah, it's gonna be in this building right here. Check it out when Electric Ocean's coming on out. And it looks like one of the booths for the Seven Seas Food Festival at least will still be used for this here. They have specialty cocktails over here. And over here, lots of stuff to do with teriyaki. Teriyaki steak, teriyaki chicken, fresh fruit bowl, and a pineapple upside down cake. Ooh, okay. I see what you're doing there. As we are getting out of the Sesame Street land and we are heading on over to Expedition Odyssey, I hope I am not seeing that right. I think it's listed as a 75-minute wait. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, it really is a 75-minute wait. Oh my. So let's show you the marquee sign real quickly here. So as you can see, they have updated the sign over here. They have changed the colors on this area over here, and they have updated the fire and ice storyline over here, and added some stuff around the outside of it as well. They really have changed this up tremendously here. And here's the signs right over here, Expedition Odyssey Fire and Ice. It is a 75-minute wait. And a nod to Wild Arctic over here, which also you can do the Animal Adventure Trail right over here, as you can see. So that's neat. And then, of course, it shows you what you can see over here, like walruses, beluga whales. Not too bad to say the least. And Eric's in the Miller Flight Station. What's also opened up today is the Glacier Bar. And as you can see, they have updated their stuff over here. So I'm going to try to go down to showcase the food here, but they have cocktails over here and frozen daiquiris as well as beers, 16 and 20 draft and craft. And then for the burgers, we have a Base Camp Classic Burger, so basically your typical classic cheeseburgers over here. The Oasis Bacon Bourbon Burger, basically on that one there is applewood bacon, American cheese, onion rings, and bourbon barbecue sauce. And the Grand Odyssey Burger is fried egg, bacon, American cheese, hash brown, and spicy sriracha mayo aioli. Wow. Then we have the Trek fries, cheese bacon jalapenos, Oasis onion rings, and also Jack and Coke over here. So good to see the bar actually open up, as well as the Coca-Cola freestyle stations here too. But the big thing here about the freestyle stations is that there no longer is a person over here, so they do it at the very, very end now, and then you have to scan your code for the cups to use the freestyles over here. And also for Expedition Odyssey, they do have a flavor that is for that one there, which is a Glacier Chiller Sprite. So, interesting to say the least. I like how they're doing these more themed drinks here at SeaWorld. That's good to see there. More different varieties to try and whatnot. As you see icebreakers going off in the background right over there, you're going to see it fly on by here in just a few seconds. We do see that the pathway is closed, but of course, updates within SeaQuest Legends of the Deep, I am hearing it possibly will get delayed to next year, but you can tell they got the building fully made, minus a small little hole that they made off the corner, which you can see mainly when you drive into SeaWorld from the south side to get into the ticket booths to pay for parking. You can see there's a little hole that is over there. And as far as what they're doing, I'm not entirely too certain. They did have it covered up, so I'm going to assume that that's where they're installing track pieces and other, props, other stuff like that along the way. So keep in mind that when you are here, that it is getting built. As far as when it opens, I don't know entirely too certain. So just to give you guys a heads up, though. But if we find out any details, I'll let you know down the road. I am hearing construction a little bit, though. I did hear machine turn on, though, so that is good to hear, though. Speaking of icebreaker, 80 minutes on one train operations. Oh boy. Well, if you could tell with what you're seeing right over here, they're getting ready to have the drones set up for the nighttime shows. They're going to go on by for the summer season. So keep an eye on that there. And you can tell just about fully ready there with that platform that they have all set up on the water. That's where the drones normally go, right around there. And I'm amazed they're still trying with the tower and not gonna work there, boys. I'm sorry. That's kind of interesting to say the least. One other note to keep in mind, by the way, Pipeline, the surf coaster, as many are aware of, but I do want to reiterate, it is on one train operation right now. They are getting parts from B&M for the ride, and keep in mind too, it is the first of its kind ever made, and the only one right now made for that particular ride. So just keep in mind, just that way everyone is fully aware, and the reason why they may have some longer waits, especially in the summer season. As far as when they'll have the second train ready, I'm not entirely too certain there. So we'll come back to Expedition Odyssey a lot later on because, again, that line over there is ridiculous. But I did want to talk about another thing that's over at the Glacier Connections there. They have a thing for pass members at 2 p.m. where you can get a free plushie if you are a pass member of any sort. So we're gonna get a ride in on Manta. Thankfully, now that it's running on 2 trains and is open, means the line is definitely gonna be moving now. And then we'll head over to the Glacier Connection from there. So right now it is just after 1 o'clock, so that'll be perfect by the time we get over there. So let's head there now. Back road time, here we go. Oh my God, my legs got wet! Ah! Oh, that was great. So, just did Manta. Went in the back row on the very left side. What else do I need to say? That ride is awesome in the back. Definitely get in the left side if you really want to be brave. You know, that's where the waterfall kicks in, and my legs got a little wet, so that was actually kind of cool. So we're gonna head over to the Antarctica section because of the whole getting the plushie thing. Over here by Penguin Trek is one of the trains just hit the brake run at the very end, and another train will be hitting the launch very soon. So today is a day where they give out free plushies if you are a pass member. So I got something for Lynn that's gonna go on by. At least one thing I will say, they are super soft. But the line for the free plushies, holy moly, is ridiculous. I started out at 2:30 waiting in that line, or 2:20 rather. That was at the turnaround for Journey to Atlantis. I want you to picture that, folks, the turnaround for Journey to Atlantis. Slowly moving, but I got the plushie. That is insane. That is absolutely insane for a free plushie. Holy moly. But I got what I did, so if Lynn hears this, hope you're happy. But oh my God, that was a horrible line. Okay, so we're checking out the queue here. And a little different, but we're having our quick queue for today. Rather interesting to say the least. A little bit of lighting changes I could see though. So, definitely new. They did change up a lot in this area though. Definitely a lot different than before.
At the edge of the known world, we study a place where opposing forces don't just coexist, but collaborate. Fire and ice. These forces have the power to make and move mountains. They carve continents, awaken ecosystems, and give rise to new life. And yet, for all our data, all our models, the full story still eludes us. And that's why you are here. We have cutting-edge sensors capable of capturing data at resolutions we once only imagined. But there is one thing data cannot replicate: the human connection with nature. Out here, you'll encounter ARIS researchers exploring the wonders of the Arctic. We watch the mandatory pre-flight safety video. And on behalf of all of us at ARIS and Miller Flight Station, thank you.
X4 quadcopter drone. When the doors open in front of you, Please make your way to the loading area. Before taking your seat, store all carry-on items in the compartment provided. Loose footwear is not allowed on this experience. Long hair or loose clothing that may extend below the seat must be tied or stowed. Guests who have a fear of heights or are prone to motion sickness should speak to an operator. Supervising companions must be sat next to the guests they are accompanying. Each companion may accompany up to 2 guests. Fasten your seatbelt from left to right. For passengers that do not reach the blue line on the seat back, place the buckle through the white loop located in the center of the seat. Then, fasten the seatbelt. When instructed, pull straight up on the red tab to ensure the seatbelt is buckled.
Okay, so I can tell it's definitely way different than the original Expedition Odyssey. I feel like the original had no storyline, where this one here, there definitely is a storyline to it. So that's actually cool that they actually really took the feedback seriously, and they really did change it up. So the door's going to open in a little bit, and then we're going to be let in doing our thing. What's cool? Seat 1. I know you can't really see the way I just got in the way. There it is. So I'm going to be first one in. We'll show you guys how it looks like when the door opens up and kind of go from there. Well, this is definitely new. They actually themed the walls. Okay. Now what's cool, because we're in yellow, we're going up the stairs here into our adventure, and we're ready to go.
Board rotor 952, this is your captain speaking. Set vision deck to pilot position. Prepare for a blackout as we divert power to the UX-4 and fire up the engines. Okay, prop alpha and Bravo engaged. Tower, we have information, Juliet, and I'm ready for departure heading 270. 10-4, prepare to spool up prop Charlie and Delta. All right, motor start complete. Set vision deck to launch position. Rotor 952, you are clear for remote launch. Full power transfer achieved. Docking ring detached. We are clear for takeoff.
Expedition Odyssey, Fire and Ice. A lot better than the original. I have to say it was fantastic. It was great. Very, very satisfied. I'm glad I finally got to do that. Took a little longer than anticipated, but hey, better now than never. On to the next. One thing I hope they could fix in the Coaster Coffee Company is when you go inside and you see the two roller coaster models. The Kraken model, which is like basically stuck right there, or the one that's really more impressive, it's the Mako model over here, where somehow it's just stuck right there. I don't know how, but they do. And while the SeaWorld sign is still there for the photo op here, I just hope they give it a little bit of TLC, some paint, because, you know, looks like it needs it. But alright guys, that's going to do it here from SeaWorld Orlando. A little bit of a somewhat shorter video. But hey, you got to see Expedition Odyssey, which is really, really cool. And yeah, it was fantastic. And on the flip side, I also got the free plush that's here. I don't know why the music's so loud. But yeah, it was a great little visit nonetheless, and great to be back. I'm glad I got to do Mako again. Especially how soon we'll be doing WeTheCoasters journeys to Six Flags Great America and do Raging Bull again. Can't wait. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Very, very excited. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to give a like, subscribe, brand new to the channel, hit that bell notification for any future uploads. Follow us on all of our socials, our Facebook, our X, and our Instagram. Once again, my name is Dillon. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys later until the next video, no matter where we're at. So rock on, everyone. Peace.